Hi, I'm Melissa. Welcome to Yoga for Anxiety. Today, I have a beginner yoga class for back pain. So if you are dealing with a sore back or you have tightness in your back, this class will be great for you. Each week, I post 3 new yoga videos. So make sure to subscribe to my channel. All right, let's go ahead and get started. You can sit cross-legged just like I'm sitting right now. Make sure that your sit bones are rooted into the earth. Sit up tall and lift your chest. On your next inhale, start to hinge forward from your waist. Move to your right and make a circle all the way around. It's kind of like you're stirring a pot of soup with your body. We'll do that 2 more times. So start to rotate from your core and make a big circle. Good. We're just starting to warm up through the low back. You can pause here, sit up tall, return to a neutral spine. From here, we'll take our left hand on the outside of our right thigh. Lengthen through the crown of your head and then begin to come into a seated spinal twist. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. As you inhale, think about sitting up tall. And then as you exhale, if it feels good in your body, you can come a little bit deeper into your twist. We'll just breathe here for a moment. Take one more inhale, and then as you exhale, unwind and return to center. Great job. From here, we're gonna start to make those big circles, this time moving to our left. So start to come forward, and then make a big circle all the way around, this time moving to your left. So we're just switching directions. Good, go nice and slow. So take your time here with this movement. We'll do that once more all the way around. We're just starting to warm up through the low back. Once you've completed your circle, pause here, sit up tall and return to a neutral spine. This time, take your right hand on the outside of your left thigh. Lengthen through your spine and then begin to rotate and come into your seated spinal twist. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. Just continue to breathe here into this stretch. Good. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly unwind and return to center. From here, bend both of your knees and place the soles of your feet in front of you. You're going to scoot your feet out a little bit wider and then place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Good. You can start to scoot your feet forward or move your hips a little bit closer to your feet to deepen the stretch. Once you're in the stretch and you're feeling a stretch in the hamstrings and a little bit in the low back, you can start to sway your legs from side to side, just like I'm doing right now. So we're adding a little bit of gentle movement into the stretch. This movement helps us to release and relax the hips and the back. Good, let's do that one more time on each side. From here, you can release your ankle, take your feet back down to your mat, and then we'll come now to the opposite side. So you can extend your legs maybe a little bit longer, and then this time take your left ankle on top of your right thigh. And start to bring your foot closer in, and then maybe scoot your hips a little bit closer to your feet to deepen the stretch. And then once you're ready, let's add that movement again. So gently swaying your legs from side to side. And again, just take your time with this movement. Nice and slow. There's no rush. Great, let's do that one more time on each side. And release your ankle, bring your foot back down to the earth, and then come to sit cross-legged again. So come to Sukhasana or easy pose. Lengthen through the crown of your head. And then we're gonna come into a seated forward fold. So it looks like this. You can start to hinge forward from your waist. Bring your hands on the earth in front of you. And then if it feels good and you're feeling a stretch, you can stay right here. If you'd like to deepen the stretch even further, you can stack your forearms on top of each other and then rest your forehead down on your arms. On your next inhale, slowly begin to rise, come back to straight arms if you're not there already. And then we'll come to tabletop position. So thread your legs behind you, come up onto all fours. You're on your hands and on your knees. In tabletop pose, take a moment, make sure your knees are stacked right under your hips, and then make sure your wrists are stacked right under your shoulders. You have a nice firm base supporting your body. Spread your fingertips out wide. And then on your next inhale, start to lift your chest and take your gaze slightly up. As you exhale, begin to round through the back, take your gaze inward. Inhale, gently lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, hollow out the belly. Inhale, rise to cow pose. Exhale, release to cat pose. We'll continue this movement for a few more breaths. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, gently squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, push the ground away from you. Inhale and rise. Exhale, release. Great. You can return to a neutral spine. Take your knees wide out to the sides of the mat. Come to child's pose. For child's pose, reach your fingertips towards the top of the mat and relax your forehead down to the earth. You can add a gentle sway from side to side in your child's pose. Gently sway your head from side to side. And gently sway your hips from side to side. Find stillness here. Slowly push yourself up to tabletop position, so come back to all fours. And from here, we'll rise up to plank pose. So for plank pose, you can reach your hands a little bit closer to the top of the mat. Extend your feet out long behind you. Actively push through the heels of your feet. Gently push your head back, just like you're pushing into a headboard. We'll breathe here for a moment. Think about engaging your abdominals and your core. Good. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, begin to push yourself back. Come to downward facing dog. Bend your knees deeply. Lift up onto the balls of your feet. Lift your hips high to the sky, and then very slowly start to lower your heels down to the earth. Down dog, you're welcome to bend one knee at a time and just walk out your dog. So you can bring one heel at a time down to the earth. You can gently shake your head yes and no, and release any tension, any tightness in the neck. Once you feel complete, find stillness here, bend your knees deeply, lift up onto the balls of your feet, reach your hips to the sky, and then slowly start to lower your heels down to the earth. Just come back to your downward facing dog. From here, take baby steps to the top of your mat. Stand wide to the sides of your mat and come to ragdoll pose. For ragdoll pose, grab your opposite elbows. Add a gentle sway from side to side. So you're going to make a figure 8 pattern with your arms. And as you move your arms, you can gently shift your weight from one leg to the other. Think about releasing your head and neck. You should feel a nice stretch in the back and in the hamstrings. Just go nice and slow with this movement. Once you're ready, pause here and release your hands down to the mat. And then slowly toe heel your feet closer together so they're coming to hip distance apart. From here, you can reach your hands down to the earth. If your hands are not reaching all the way to the earth, you can grab some blocks. That's a great modification. And just place the blocks on the lowest setting. You can also take them up to the highest setting or the medium setting, whatever is appropriate for your body. Good. We'll pause here in this forward fold for a moment. Think about taking your gaze behind your legs. So rather than looking down at the earth, think about looking behind you. That'll help you to release your head and neck. Think about hollowing out your belly, so it's like you're sucking in your stomach. On your next inhale, place the palms of your hands on your shins and rise to a flat back. As you exhale, release your arms down to the earth. We'll do that again. Inhale, rise to a flat back, halfway lift. And then exhale, come to forward fold. From here, step your legs back, come to high plank pose. Bend both of your knees and slowly lower down to the mat so that you're lying on your stomach. From here, take your knees wide out to the sides of your mat and come to child's pose. So you can reach your fingertips to the top of the mat and then relax your forehead to the earth. This time in child's pose, bend your elbows and take the palms of your hands together behind your head for reverse prayer hands. Release your hands out long towards the top of the mat and gently rock from side to side. Once you're ready, find stillness here. Rise up to tabletop position and then slowly turn onto your back. So you can bend your knees and then just lower yourself so that you're lying on your back. From here, hug both of your knees into your chest. Gently begin to rock from side to side. So you can just give yourself a little back massage here as you rock from side to side. Move in a circular pattern, or you can make figure eights. Just notice what feels good in your body. Pause here, find stillness. Release your hands from your legs and take the soles of your feet down to the ground. From here, place the palms of your hands next to your hips and push your hands into the ground. We're going to come up to bridge pose. So take an inhale, begin to lift your hips off of the mat. So engage your glutes to lift the hips. Interlace your hands. Gently rock your shoulder blades underneath you, and then actively lift your hips up to the sky. Gently squeeze your inner thighs together. And keep your gaze up to the ceiling. Continue to breathe here. Take one more inhale, and as you exhale, release your hands, slowly lower your hips back down to the mat. Lift your feet so that the soles of your feet come up to the sky. Bend your knees deeply, come to happy baby pose. For happy baby, you can take your hands on the inside soles of your feet. Hug your feet into your chest. Another option is to just grab onto your calves and pull your legs into your chest. So listen to your body here. Find an option that feels comfortable to you. And if you'd like, you can add a gentle sway from side to side. Once you're ready, find stillness. Release your hands from your legs. Extend your legs out long. So reach your legs long, point through your toes, reach both of your hands overhead. Come into a full body stretch. Grow long through your entire spine. Reach through your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, relax your arms to the sides of your body. Rock onto one side. Use your hand to push yourself up and come to a seated position. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you were able to find some relief in your back. Namaste.